Hello and welcome, Donna. I'm very excited to have you here.
Thank you on this sunny day.
Lovely sunny day. And we're going to talk about a topic that isn't quite as sunny, I guess, and I think it's about bringing the sun back in a way. Um, so you and I are here today because something that's coming up for people a lot is that sensation of feeling stuck, right? So how does that show up for people in your experience or when they come to you?
So, like for the past 25 years, I've been working with women clients. Right now, I'm specific, specific about women clients, and that I started seeing a pattern. Not only the clients that I served, but the women that I knew, my friends, colleagues, coworkers, other business owners, that were sharp, intuitive, mostly successful business women, but the one thing they all had in common that at some point they got stuck. And because they were used to being in control, that when you're stuck, that's one of the things that's so awful, is that you feel like you can't move. You don't know what direction to go, and so you either slog around and go the wrong way, or you freeze and you
Yeah.
just keep sinking deeper into the muck. And so what I wanted to do was to be able to help uh, women, for that to not happen, because I've been there myself, you know.
Mm. Do you think that especially when, and I'm saying we because, well,
Right.
when we're used to being successful, used to handling things, that it kind of hits you worse because you're not used to being stuck?
Right. And because it's embarrassing, you don't want to tell people about it. And so you're not even in a place where you know who to ask or how to ask or where to ask for help. It's like a spell has been put on you and you don't know who put it on you, when it happened, where it happened, or why it happened. All you know is that you're stuck and you're embarrassed to talk about it because people see you as in control and decisive and successful. And so it's a hard one.
Mm. And it isn't really just about business, or maybe not even about business at all. Like we've talked
Right.
about situation where people do well in business, but not well at home. So what are typical scenarios that you've seen where people are successful in one area, but somehow this inexplicable struggle somewhere else?
Right. And what I find is that there's really three key areas where people get stuck. The first one is in vocation or business, and it's affecting their business growth or their revenue. Or they're stuck in their business might be doing okay, but they're stuck in a relationship that is draining and they don't know how to get out of or if they should get out of, and that affects their health and it affects their business. Or the third area is health, and that might be where people are having a problem. They're stuck in a weight management issue that they have, or they've gotten a scary diagnosis
Mm.
and they're frozen. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know who to ask. They're too proud. Proud isn't really the right word, but they're reticent to talk to people about it. And so those three areas are where most often I would see women that were stuck, and that each area affects the other. Like you might look like you're perfectly successful in your business, but you're estranged from your daughter, and half of your brain is trying to figure out how to get back with get back in relationship with your daughter or son or whoever, and instead of focusing on the business, and you feel stuck. So when you're stuck in one area, even though you think you're faking it in the other areas, you're not, because it's very draining to feel stuck and not in control of your movement.
Yeah, and I would imagine that probably most people have experienced that. So, what do you find people is people's go-to solution to try and get unstuck? And why do you think it often doesn't work the way they hope?
Yeah, a lot of the when people finally come to me for for professional discussion of it, they have tried everything. They've tried prayers, they've tried mantra, they've tried affirmations, they've tried mindfulness, they've tried all these wonderful tools, but it didn't work for them because everybody's situation is unique. Everybody's way of being stuck is unique. Everybody's way of getting stuck in the first place is unique. So a one size fits all doesn't work, which is what I found though in all those years were patterns. And these patterns are what led me to develop this archetype tool.
Mm. I love that. I love that because I think we see it a lot in or at least, I don't know, probably, you know, targeted by any midlife women health thingy. And so I see a lot of these, well, find your hormone type because what works for one won't work for you. So you're basically saying, well, that's the same. It works the same way. If you feel stuck, not everybody is stuck the same way. So there's these patterns, and the first step to getting unstuck is to figuring out what kind of stuck you are, right?
Right. And so these archetypes started showing up, and really they presented themselves to me as like, don't you see the pattern here? Don't you see the pattern here? And so what I find is that in the patterns that people react or act to being stuck from heart, from head, and from habit. So from your head, it's your thought patterns, your belief systems, faulty beliefs. From the heart is, what hurts when you're stuck, and who's been hurt or you've been hurt in the past, and those emotional histories are affecting you. And then thirdly are your habits. What are your habits and behaviors? So each of these archetypes gives examples of those head, heart, and habit characteristics of the individual woman who is stuck.
Yeah. So bottom line, what we have is an invitation for people, right? If you're listening and you go, well, yeah, that would be me, or somebody who feels is doing fine in one or more areas of that, but there's just this one area where it just doesn't go forwards or backwards. So we'd like to invite you to join us on the 12th for an event to figure out what's your archetype and how can knowing that help you to get things moving. And you have this wonderful way of saying it. You're going from stuck to getting, how do you say it? Getting your, I'm always thinking of going to getting your mojo back, but
Satisfying
that's not how
momentum. Satisfying momentum. From stuck to satisfying
I love it.
momentum, because that momentum means different things to different people. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
And I
love
think
that.
people will be surprised how many other women are dealing with the same questions about how to get unstuck in some area of their life.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think that's the power of coming together with other women, because you might find an answer to a question that you didn't even know you had. So
or you might be stuck in an area that you didn't know you were
yep, totally
stuck in, that's affecting the area that you think you're stuck in.
absolutely. So
but it's not it's meant to be fun, a fun event, not serious, not analytical. It's fun, but it's very informative and productive and action oriented with what we're gonna do, and it's free.
And it's free, and it's going to be interactive, it's going to be fun, and it's going to help you figure out how on earth you get yourself stuck, and the next steps to take to get in motion again. So I'll pop the link obviously below this video. It's on the 12th, and the link to register for free is there right down the bottom. So come and join us, and pass this on if you know somebody who fits the description. So thank you so much, Donna. I really look forward to playing.
Yep. Bye, wise women. Hope to see you soon.
Well, I hope to see you on the 12th.
Right. Very good.
Bye.
Bye.